Let's make a high-protein pizza in less time than it takes Domino's to deliver on a Friday night. This no-rise pizza is quick and easy and is the best alternative that you and your taste buds can feel great about. Cauliflower crust is difficult and doesn't provide any protein. Let's ditch that and make 2 easy chickpea flour pizza crusts. All right, preheat your oven to 450. So first we're gonna add chickpea or garbanzo bean flour. You can likely get this at your supermarket, health food store, or ridiculously priced on Amazon. I of course suggest the former. Add all-purpose flour, I like it unbleached. Add salt and garlic powder. Mix all of your dry ingredients. And then we are going to slowly add a cup of water. You can always add a little more flour to make the dough more pliable and less sticky. I like to try to fold the flour into the dough. All right, and I had about a 1/4 cup of water left. All right, and I'm gonna use a little bit of olive oil on my hands just to help make it less sticky, and it'll also make the dough a little more pliable. All right, we're gonna split that dough into 2. I'm just eyeballing it, but you can also weigh it. So I'm glad that I found this rolling pin last minute because I had to throw my other one out. I almost used my 6-year-old's rolling pin today. I'm just gonna get it rolled out a little bit to start it. As you can see, it's already sticking to my rolling pin, so I'm gonna flour the rolling pin a little bit. All right, and then you're gonna wanna spin it. Okay, just kidding, that's not gonna work unless you're good at spinning pizza. I'm gonna have to fix that. Now, you have 2 options. You can roll this out to a 12-inch pizza or a 14-inch pizza. It's easier to work with the 12-inch pizza. The crust is gonna be a little bit thicker. You can make it a thinner crust by spreading it out to 14 inches, but you might have to patch some holes in the crust. And also, if you're putting a lot of ingredients on it, some of the pieces can get a little floppy. So I'm gonna go with a 12-inch. The crust is still gonna be rolled out pretty thin. And you can just get in there with your hands to form more of a circle. Now this doesn't have to be perfect because once we throw it on the pizza stone, you can spread it out a little more. All right, now we're gonna carefully put it on a pizza stone, round cast iron pan, or a round baking sheet. All right, first you're gonna wanna oil that generously. Spray olive oil is easy. And then carefully get it off of the table and place it on your baking apparatus. All right, so I just carefully gather it up. Remember, you can fix it a little bit on there. Lay it out. Okay, and then I curl up the sides a little bit just to help hold in the toppings and give that traditional pizza look. All right, perfect timing. When your oven is preheated, go ahead and throw it in there. We're gonna bake it for about 10 minutes and it'll be normal to see a little bit of browning on there. And this is just to get the crust started before we start topping it. Meanwhile, let's prep our sauce and our veggies. Now this sauce is totally worth it because it is way healthier than what you get at the store, but you can always buy pizza sauce at the store. All right, so you're gonna throw a 28-ounce can of whole tomatoes in a processor. Add a can of tomato paste. Add 2 or 3 cloves of garlic. You can always add a little more. In Italian food, it's hard to add too much garlic. All right, add fresh basil if you have it, or dried. Add oregano. Add a little salt and blend until smooth. All right, now let's chop up some veggies. Now we can't do too many of each veggie because we don't want to add too much volume and moisture to our pizza. And remember, we're going to be adding lots of protein. A couple mushrooms, but you can add whatever vegetables you want. You're going to want to dice up a little bit of onion. Wet that knife so you don't cry. Now I'm slightly generous with the onion just because it's gonna add a lot of flavor. We're gonna add a little bit of red bell pepper. Dice it up finely as red bell pepper takes a little bit longer to cook on the pizza. All right, we're gonna wring out with napkins a few canned artichoke hearts. It's gonna take quite a few napkins because artichoke hearts have a lot of liquid. All right, now you wanna unravel that artichoke and dice it up. And if you're faster than I am, you'll have all that prepped within the 10 minutes that the crust is in the oven. You're gonna wanna pull that out, and now it's time to top with our toppings. Spread about half of the sauce onto there, maybe a little less. You wanna be somewhat generous with this, but you don't wanna add too much. A lot of the flavor from our pizza is gonna come from this sauce. Top with a little bit of fresh spinach. Top with your protein source. I am adding canned chicken. I'm putting the whole can on here because a quarter of the pizza is gonna be a serving, and that's roughly gonna be 1 serving or 9 grams of protein. Some fully plant-based options would be tofu pepperoni, or you could be adventurous and throw some chickpeas on there. And as you can see, putting the spinach down first is a good idea because the other toppings will weigh it down and it helps it cook. Add all of the veggies. Try to maintain an even distribution. And as you can see, this is quite the loaded pizza. It's all good, this crust can handle it. It'll just be pretty voluminous pizza. All right, top with some fresh diced mozzarella. Take care not to add more than an ounce per serving. This is just to keep our fat intake down. Now, some alternatives to mozzarella are goat cheese, and if you're fully plant-based, nutritional yeast actually has a lot of protein. Or you can use a vegan cheese, but I'm typically not a fan because it's processed. All right, we're gonna spread these evenly so that you can have some cheese with every slice. Mine, that's about 4 around and 1 in the center. Another cheese I suggest that you can add before or after is fresh Parmesan. It's really got a super cheesy taste, so you don't have to use much of it. Finally, let's top with some fresh basil and red pepper flakes if you like a little bit of a kick. All right, now we're gonna throw this in the oven for about 20 minutes, but you'll wanna watch it and check the veggies on there to see if they are cooked. Sometimes it'll take just a little bit longer. And just a side note, we eat pizza just about every Friday night. Sometimes I make it from scratch, and sometimes we order it. Nutrition is about eating healthy whole foods most of the time. Eating out every now and then isn't gonna kill you. In addition to building muscle or retaining lean body mass while you're losing weight, a benefit of this high protein pizza is that protein is gonna mitigate sugar spikes that flour might cause. Wow, and check out this pizza. And all before delivery would have arrived. Both your body and taste buds will thank you. Let us know in the comments if you loved this recipe. Make sure to subscribe for weekly healthy recipes and lifestyle, and I will see you later.